Greetings, all. Hi, my name is Keith Singleton. I'm the host of Here Is My Point. That is HIMP. We're available on where you stream your videos, whether it be YouTube or iHeart or Akron. I think that's another streaming outlet that we're a part of. We are sponsored today by DeBaller. DeBaller is a sports gear, eco-friendly sports gear company that sells shoes, hats, t-shirts. Their specialty is cooling towels, and I have a couple of those. I'm very pleased with them. And their website is dballa.com. DBalla. Another company that is sponsoring us today is Greek Note. Greek Note is a greetings card company, veteran owned. Get your veteran cards today for those service members that has proudly served our country. I will encourage you to go to greeknote.com to get those cards for your veterans to recognize their service. They can be reached as greetnote.com. Greek Note. Today's rant bite is about the coming up election, the 2020-24 election. And this particular is why do we vote? The reason we vote. The reason we vote in the presidential election. And a lot of the reason that we do this is based upon some superficial categories and labels that we have endeared ourselves to. For example, we have the two candidates, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, that are running for president. The reason why most of us will vote for Donald Trump is because he's a Republican, and because he's a white man, or because he's rich, or because he's a businessman, or he is a proponent of racist rhetoric. He's not a part of the political landscape, as people say. And because he's a white man. A lot of us are going to be voting for Kamala Harris because she is black. She's a black woman. She's a woman. She's a lawyer. She's a good-looking woman. She's a Democrat. A lot of us will vote for Kamala Harris because we don't like Donald Trump. A lot of us are going to vote for Donald Trump because we don't like Kamala Harris. All the reasons that I just gave you does not address the most important reason why we will vote. Can they do the job? This job is a very unique job. This job is presiding over one of the branches of our government, pretty much that is a part of a $1 trillion government, and how to distribute the resources of the government to its citizens, to help and support its citizenry of this country. And what you should be evaluating is that what are their policy? Does these policies line up with not only my personal interests, not only my family's interests, not only my community interests, but the country's interests? Do their policies allow for everyone in the union to participate? And this is what I think that you should be examining. That's the job of the presidency. It's not a popularity contest. It's not to give us a sense of a winnership here. It's not, to give us one does something different at the border and the other one doesn't. To tell you the truth, the border's not going to change that much, whether Harris or Trump or Kennedy or anybody else gets in. The borders is an established a method, and we're going to have to revise this method and get it done. People say they built walls and it's not done and not completed. The thing about building borders or boundaries or barriers, that we don't live in in a pass where people can't, you know, get around barriers. We have too many ways we can get in the country. We can fly in, we can boat in, we can drive in. So walls don't do it. We can tunnel through. So putting a wall is just symbolic at best. It doesn't keep people out. So what we need to do is that we need to revise, as far as immigration as example, we need to revise how we process and how we need to look at the whole process of how we bring people into our country. And if we have the resources to get them up to speed and make them valuable citizens to the country. So everybody has their take on what they have on immigration. They have their take on the economics. They have their take on all the agencies that are in the government. So be it. So that's what we should demand from our people that we're hiring for the position. It's just really lazy just to base our uh, vote on because somebody fulfills a category or label. It is just not sensible. The person that may be in the best interest of your community and in the country may not fall in line with the category that you're in. He may not be a male. He may not be a female. He may not be a white man. May not be a black woman. May not be a black male. May not be a white woman. There is no, culture job. A job is, a black job, a white job, or Hispanic job, or any job. We can't assign a whole race to a particular genre of employment. It's insulting and offensive. So again, when you go to the polls, do your vetting. Make your decision based on how well or how capable that person is able to do the job. The fact that a person is a businessman and the fact that he has money or she has a law degree doesn't mean that they are, that's a sign of their capability of running an executive branch of the government. They may do well at being a lawyer and doing argument. They may do okay in a city where they've been put up by their family or by their father, and that gave them $500 million to start a company. You give anybody that type of resource, they could probably do well. Heck, I mean, $500 million is just halfway to billionaireship. What person doesn't make that? How many people don't or do not make that? What's the percentage of people that probably could make billionship happen if they already got $500 million to start with? So I'm not impressed with that. I'm impressed with details and breakouts of what you're going to do. If you got an economical strategy, give me the numbers, give me the strategy, give me the resources that you're going to put in place, how you're going to put it together, what's the mechanics, what's the build up, what's the blueprint. Just don't give me rhetoric. Don't tell me how bad the other guy is or the other person is. Tell me what you bring to the table. If I were to go for an interview, let's say for a technical job or let's say for example for a network engineer job, and the job is I have to know how the Cisco IOS or Juniper IOS works, and somebody asks me and says, how versed are you in Cisco? Oh, Cisco is a great software. I've heard of it. It's great. I'm good. I'm a great person. I'm probably one of the best techs that you'll ever see. I can, you shouldn't be worried about it. Cisco, Juniper, doesn't matter. It can be done. They're very, Juniper, is a nice name, just as nice as Cisco. But I can work with both Cisco and Juniper. It doesn't matter because I'm a great technician. What did I just say? Have I given you, you know, uh, confident that I could do the job by what I just said? Did I give you anything of substance in what I just said, or did I just blow smoke? You don't know nothing. You don't know that I know anything about what you asking for. I didn't answer your question. I went around it. That's nonsensical rhetoric, right? The public is an insult to us when you do this, right? We can handle the details. We can handle the intelligence. We can handle the blueprint. Just show us your blueprint. Tell us how you're going to go about getting things done at your job. It's not hard. We as a working class do this every day at our jobs. We do this every day when we do interviews. Heck, I keep regurgitating everything, my experience. I give them my experience. I prove to them. They give me a scenario. I work out the scenario. I tell them how it works. I tell them what the blueprint is, how I would go about it. I do this every day when you're interviewing. We're not asking this from. We're not getting this from our presidential candidates, and we're letting it go. To give him credit, President Kennedy, the candidate Kennedy for the independent is the only one who's going on interviews and giving you a blueprint on how you would solve problems, especially with voter identification. He said, if I make it mandatory that everybody go get a passport, everybody can get a passport and get a passport ID, would that be good for you going to vote? That's a strategy. That's a blueprint. And I got to give him credit for it because I understand that right now. That settles everybody. Everybody's cool with that, right? Everybody can get that. So, it's here and there. And then when we look at this presidential seat, let's not do the superficial thing. That's not saying, oh, my church is my pastor is a staunch Republican, so in support of my church, I'm going to vote Republican. Well, because the job says it's Democrat and it's free choice, and I'm a woman, and I work for a woman, and I'm all about women's rights. Then I'm gonna vote for Democrat. That's what I'm going to do. Blase, blase, blase. Okay. What is it? Okay, so you voted because the person was a woman. You voted because the man was a white man. You voted because it was a black woman, black. All this stupid crap. It's crap. At the end of the day, this is a job. And it's about what you bring to the table intellectually, thinking, what policies that you put in place. What's the blueprint? Is it very well made done? That's what we need to have. Not the other crap. Again, my name is Keith. I'm the host of Here Is My Point. That was my point. I would like to get your thoughts and your comments. Please, if you like what you hear and you would like to hear more and you like the way I came at this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the YouTube. Hit them likes. This keeps my content on, and it's a point of revenue for me. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Why I'm doing this. I think my voice is value. Your voice is valuable. What you do. So I put value on mine as well. So I want to share my value with you, but how you value me is to acknowledge me like I will acknowledge you on yours. Again, I appreciate you taking the time to check out my video and hearing me out. And here is my point. And I'll see you next time on Here Is My Point. Thanks for listening. Be blessed.